Hello, everyone. Hi, Adrian Singh here, and welcome today to my live webinar. It's been quite some time since I've done a video for my group, so I wanted to just reach out and say to everyone, thanks for all the support that I've been getting. Today I thought it was a good timing because of the holidays and all that to reach out and to communicate with my group on an important question I've been getting from many of you, right? It's in relation to marketing. So through my Facebook groups, I've been getting a lot of questions recently on marketing, and I thought it was the right time to jump in and to shed some light, at least from my perspective, on how I see the marketing, especially around this time. In particular, how to create an effective marketing strategy. So people are explaining that they're doing all kinds of marketing, but how do I know that the marketing is working? How can I make it better? And some generally say they just need help with marketing. They don't know what to do. So, I've spent a lot of years, over 30 years, in sales and marketing. And today, with social media, I have really come on board with social media in a very big way. I have, really mastered all the different angles to make an effective social media strategy. So I thought that I would just, shed some light on this whole issue of marketing and how to make it better, how to ensure that your marketing strategy is working. Now, with traditional marketing, it's a little difficult because you do your television campaign, radio campaign, in-store campaigns, and it's very difficult to measure except for the sales. If the sales is moving in the right direction, then you could say, okay, the marketing is working. If the sales is not, but sometimes your marketing is everything is on point, but the sales is not moving in the right direction because probably it's the wrong time of the month, probably the weather, probably different factors have attributed. But with social media today, it's very easy to understand what is working and what's not working and to continue to make continuous improvement until you have a strategy that is working well for you. All right, so let's talk about marketing. So tell me if this is you, right? You're creating a lot of content, but you have no engagement, or your engagement is very, very low. I've been seeing a lot of companies online that I can see the effort that they're making. I can see a lot of effort in creating ads, doing all different types of campaigns. But when you look at the engagement, there's little or no engagement. Sometimes, 1, 2, 5, 10, likes or reactions, and very little comments or shares or so on. So there's no engagement, and the engagement is what fuels the algorithm, and the algorithm pushes your ads further, and that creates more leads for you. So if you don't have the engagement, then what you're really doing is throwing content out, but it's not going to be very effective. That's the first thing. Second thing I've been seeing is, and tell me if this is you, you're making a lot of ads, you're boosting, you're getting a ton of leads, but you're not converting. Now, this is very, very painful. I've been in different industries where in my earlier stages, when I did not know better, and I thought boosting was like the holy grail. You boost, you get leads, and you get sales. It does not work that way. So you're boosting, you're getting a ton of leads, it's not converting. So you're spending all your time trying to convert, contacting these people, and there's no conversion. And I don't know what is more painful, not getting the leads or getting too much leads that is wasting your time and you're not converting. Both are not converting. And finally, you're spending hours and hours each day on social media, replying to questions, providing quotes, but it's not leading to sales. You're not getting appointments, you're not getting revenues, You're just working, sometimes 24 hours for the day. As soon as you are finished, you have someone else take over for you, and you just keep on working the leads, but it's not leading to anything in sales. If you're someone like, let's say, in the car industry or real estate or other areas in sales, you know what I'm talking about. This is very familiar. We boost, we get leads because people just like to click on autoresponder to say, tell me more, give me information. And then what they're really doing is they are telling you, they are permitting you to communicate with them, and then you thinking that you can close them when they are not really even a potential customer. They just want information. They're just playing with you sometimes. So does this sound familiar? You're creating a lot of content, you're making a lot of ads, you're boosting, with no engagement, and you're just wasting a lot of time. So I know it can be very, very difficult at times because, quite frankly, this used to be me, and it can be very frustrating. I mean, if this is you, then this video is definitely for you. So let me start. First and foremost, don't beat up yourself. Let's get this out to the way. It's not you. It's not you, it's your messaging. Let me repeat that. It's not you, it's your messaging. That's the problem. There's a saying that if you always do what you've always done, then you'll always get what you've always got. And this is no different. If you always doing or working with one system, but getting a result which is minimal, that you think that that is the only result you could get. So you keep doing the system without making any adjustments, and you end up in a lot of frustration and pain. So to get a different result, you have to make some changes to what you're doing. Agreed? Yeah, agreed. So I always like to start with the building blocks of building a successful business. And that's always a very good place to start, right? So it's easy to blame the marketing, but there is so many things that need to come before the marketing even starts to get the result that you're looking for. So let's start. Let's quickly review some of the fundamentals that need to come first that can be repeated and duplicated in your business. These are the building blocks I refer to as the 7 building blocks. 7 building blocks. And if you get this right, you will now have a structure for your business to grow. Okay? And conversely, if you do not get this right, you will not have the structure or a business model for your business to grow. So this is critical. The 7 building blocks. So first and foremost, you must have something to sell, and that's your offer. So whatever your product is, you must have a product that people will want, okay? And if it is that you don't have a product that people will want, even if you try to advertise it, and hopefully you will not be using any false advertising. So once you start advertising, the response rate will be very low. So first thing is you need to have something that people will want. That's the first building block, your product or service. Get it right. Work on getting the products, forget the marketing, and work on getting the product right for market. The second building block is you need to know who your ideal client is inside out, who you're trying to serve, so you can find them and target them. So the first building block was get your product right. Then your second building block needs to be who is the customer that's going to buy this product. Okay, I'll take, for example, a restaurant. You can have a high-end restaurant or a low-end restaurant. If you have a high-end restaurant, you know that a low-income earner may not be able to afford what you have to sell, except for special occasions, perhaps, right? So you have to be able to target the consumer that are probably middle to high income, and you need to be able to understand how to find those customers, how to target them. right? And even if you find the middle to high income, you need to understand, okay, is what I'm offering for a healthy choice, or is it for a general family kind of dining, etc. So understand who is your ideal client. You need, this can take a long time. The longer you take, but you figure it out, the better it is, because you will have a extremely high success rate. So a lot of the time, sometimes 2, 3, 4 sessions, when I am talking to a potential client, or with a client, I take a long time to understand who that potential client is, because if you don't understand who the client is, you will come up with the wrong or incorrect messaging and marketing. The third thing is you need to dial in your messaging, which really is your marketing, to suit that customer. So the first thing is get the product right, then understand the customer, then understand, then develop the messaging or the marketing to get to that customer. All right, what will get into the brains of that customer? What will really get them or touch them at an emotional level and at a logical level to be able to become interested in what you have to sell or to market to them? So that's the third. The fourth one is then you need to know how to generate leads. I call this your lead generation machine, which will give you your traffic. So you know who your customer is. Now, where do you find those customers? That is your lead generation machine. So you go out there and you find the places that you can, that those customers are. It doesn't always have to be online. It could be at network marketing events. It could be at seminars, conferences. It could be at all kinds of events. Then there's social media marketing. Then there could be magazine marketing to target the customer. So you need to develop your lead generation machine. Okay, identify where those customers are, how to find them, what is the best way to find them. And then you need to convert those into sales when you have these 5 things working. So once you have the lead generation, you have the messaging, you have the customer, you have the product, then you need to create the mix that will convert the messaging that will convert these into sales. So you have these 5 things working. And then comes number 6, which is building the team, getting the right people in your business. The business can't be only on your back. You have to have a team that understands the whole lead generation machine and works with you to be able to, make the calls, have the scripts, understand the objections, be able to talk the customer through the process, the sales process. So you have the marketing process, and now we have the people who can take the customer through the sales process to be able to close the sales. And then number 7 is then you work on your operations, the company, the logistics, the systems, the delivery, everything to make the system work, and then you can scale it and blow it up. All right. So these are the 7 foundation building blocks for your business. So in order to get the marketing right, the question I've been getting really is around the lines of marketing. But I always like to start with the 7 building blocks on the business. And I know that I don't want to pack too much more content into this video. I would like you to digest this material, look at your business, see how your business matches up with these 7 building blocks. Take some notes where the gaps are, and then when you identify the gaps, take some further notes. What are the action items that you want to take to be able to close those gaps? And then next to each action item, create a timeline indicating, okay, by when you want to be able to close these gaps. The faster we close these gaps, then we can start an effective marketing campaign. So I hope that this webinar, this video today is useful. And I'd really appreciate if you could, give me a comment in the comment below, and follow me, continue to follow my videos, my content on social media, and look forward to the next part of this series on getting your marketing right. So until then, thank you very much and stay safe.